So happy after all these false starts, I still had a start broadcast button. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nelforge, the West Road Gateway.
Hello.
Things are certainly heating up under the ground. Beneath the Lavinnel household, the group has found, well, a few false starts, but finally, a bit of city that used to exist in the area where Nelforge was eventually built. And they have found an inn, a blacksmith shop, a potioner shop, and a bookshop. And in the bookshop, they found the makings of a relatively recent contract for nobility in exchange for Harkwyn Lavinnel's firstborn. And we just lost John.
No.
And he's back.
Regained him.
It's
Damn thing out on me.
I know the feeling. Oh, God, do I know the feeling.
So, Harkwyn,
while the bard rests up and gets back some of his precious health, Argyle is going to look this tome with the contract over in detail to find weaknesses, something to use it to invalidate the contract, just in case. Maybe we can weasel ourselves out of this contract. Maybe there's a loophole or something.
or a way to grandfather ourselves in and become the Count. Oh, but we're not evil. Sorry, I forgot. Letting the rise up.
Want the daughter to die.
You know, if all else fails, we can still probably, but that's also a question of the phrasing of the book. We can probably kill Harkwyn and save the daughter that way. Either way, we want to save the daughter.
If there was a way to manipulate the contract in such a way that we ourselves became the beneficiaries of the contract, we could make sure it goes through, and yet no harm was done to Candace.
But
that just strikes me as being a little weaselly.
That strikes me as
for the rest of my life.
Strikes me as being a bit careless with our probable, possible, eventually future firstborns.
Yep.
Don't you think?
No, not the beneficiaries of the contract in Lavinnel's place. The beneficiaries of the contract in whatever demon would theoretically claim the girl's place. As in take over that side of the contract. The contract.
So we make him a Count
and promptly handed back to her parents, which honestly she might not want to be with after this.
Well, her mother seems to be innocent.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm going to study this. So
just look for loopholes.
I'm trying.
Don't read anything out loud.
I'm using. I think I'm using investigation with this. Is that correct?
That, I think, would not be a far stretch. Yeah. An investigate check and an arcane check, because there are certain other matters involving contracts with devils that might be good to take into account.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try the investigation first. And we get to 19.
Very good roll. Now, what you get from the contract as it was written out there, well, Harkwyn Lavinnel was a much younger fellow at the time. Now, there are no rules in demonic contracts about deals with minors. Those are just as valid as if he was a septuagenarian.
Right.
Okay.
So there's an awkward potential for mayhem there later down the road. But
how old was he? Was he like a minor himself?
Let's see. He would only have been about 17 at the time.
Oh my god.
17. That's too
In a
old.
medieval culture, that's a grown man.
Yeah.
It's not like he was
Yeah.
4.
Because if
If
he'd
you-
have been like a child, that would have put this whole thing in a totally different light.
Yes. If he would have been 8 or something, then we
Yeah,
would say,
exactly.
oh boy, he just wanted an adventure. Poor boy. But 17? Phew,
15 to 17, let's see.
no
Old enough to know better.
excuses. Old enough to know better, exactly.
Old enough to know better, but not care. Unfortunately, it's that.
I've heard that described with 13 and a half. Thank you, National Lampoon. Maybe 15 would be a better number for this.
Oh, okay, 15.
Yeah.
So
Because he would have been on the grounds of this very house under his mother, so to speak, in a nice way, I mean, who was a scullery maid at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And and just hanging out around the shed or under it, as the case may be, would be an easier way for him to spend the time than being underfoot in the household.
Right.
He got
so
in trouble.
the Overcity has been built since he was a child, like since he was young, and still with his mother. Interesting.
No. Nell Forge is close to about 800 years old.
He was
The territory
We are in one of the Undercities right now, right?
You are
but
in a
that's-
little portion of the Undercity.
Okay.
But that's
What I'm
much
saying is,
older.
within one person's lifetime, this was an
No,
actual
no.
active household.
No.
No.
Well, okay.
No.
No?
Yeah.
He was exploring like we did. He
Oh, okay.
went underground and looked the old stuff over. And
Okay,
then
I
he
get it now. I
found-
get it. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
he used to live above this place where we are right now, and he dipped down. Okay, I get it.
Yes.
Yep.
He's like, oh, hey, look at this.
How
Hey,
he,
Ultimate power.
There's
how
an
he
old
found the place
stairwell.
could be a matter of some conjecture, but it's academic now.
There's an old stairwell. I wonder what's down there. I'm going to go and explore it all alone. Ooh, ah.
Yeah. Well, it is academic. That's why Argyle is studying it.
Mhm. Is there anything in the phrasing that would help us, like something that was carelessly worded?
What sort of thing do you have in mind?
Something that we could say, well, it could mean that you get the firstborn daughter, but it could also mean that you can spend an evening with her.
In pleasant
Right, to
conversation.
take is not to
And then you
keep.
go away.
That, I think that's what we're likely to have the best luck with. To take something is not to keep that thing. It is
It does
to
specifically mention her
take possession
soul.
of the thing. So
Right.
if it's not actually, you know,
I think he said the soul.
Yeah, the contract specifically mentions the soul of his firstborn.
oh,
Ouch.
Yeah. So he hasn't left himself much wiggle room to get out of the contract, even if he wants to.
Mm.
which he clearly does want to.
Well-
Another possibility would be to engage in some forgery to change the apparent wording. You know, like there are little tricks you can do, like
That's a supernatural contract. You cannot forge a supernatural
well,
contract.
yeah, but I'm thinking like, okay, let me give you an example. I remember a murder mystery in which someone needed to alter the date on a check, and since it was made out for January 6th, they added a 1 before the 6th to alter the apparent date of something. This can also be done with letters to complete one letter. Like you could turn an N into an H, for example, by just extending the stroke on it in simple handwriting. But that kind of thing. I'm just wondering if there's anything you could do to alter things that would be in any way unlikely. It would be in any way helpful, but
Yeah.
if there's any.
It's like a spell. So it's a supernatural contract about a soul. That should be
Well,
like a
yes.
spell. You can't
Well, at least
retroactively
one soul.
Right. Wait a minute.
Which brings us to the Arcana
least.
check.
Good. Let's Arcana check this.
Mhm.
Ooh, well, let's see. That's 17.
17, still good enough. Okay, here's the thing about here's the thing about this sort of contract with extraplanar beings. The forfeiture clause is a bitch.
Of course it fucking is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's deemed that the count has not lived up to his side of the bargain,
Yes.
then the demon, in this case an entity known as Crib Soul, a serpentine devil, just gets the count's soul outright.
The count. So...
That's it, though? That's it?
Yeah.
Just the count soul, not destroy your house and your family and everyone you've ever smiled at in the street. Just the count?
Just the count.
Oh, that's fair.
That's that's good.
What about the things that the count was supposed to get? Maybe there's some way that could be interpreted.
There would be some reversal there as well.
Okay, so
maybe he didn't. What if he didn't deliver? Did Crib Soul deliver everything?
It looks like he, judging by what you see in the contract, it looks like Crib Soul has delivered everything, and it's just a matter of him collecting payment at this point.
Window up?
Hmm?
I say, has everyone else got the group chat window up?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a suggestion.
Go ahead and read that for the video. Would
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I was just apparently, so for the sake of the video, people might find it amusing. I was just thinking, if we give the girl a pet gerbil for her birthday and tell her its name is Soul. Yes.
I like that.
You have to spell it with a lowercase s to match the contract.
Yeah.
I think
well,
what is probably not going to work is that the demon has like whatever.
I mean, it's a demonic contract. Maybe they'll do the symbolic resonance with the words to make sure they mean exactly what they're meant to mean.
But there is a way we could, if we could find someone with the requisite magic, which is, difficult, but if we could find someone who can swap souls or who could overlay a soul onto it or a possession, we could make sure that the soul that was taken was not her original one. For example, if we found someone who could lay a crafted soul over her, it might get taken. Or if we knew someone who knew how to swap them, we could take the soul of like a really bad person on death row or something and put it in her on the day of the collection and then pop her own back in, or just keep hers and put it in somebody else and be like, new body.
Yeah, it's kind of some major level necromancy the paladin is talking about throwing around.
For the greater good.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
can't.
My
The
discipline.
count.
We don't.
Wait,
we're not
the count
against
is one thing. The count is one thing. He went into this and he signed this, but someone else from death row, whatever he did not sign up for getting his soul taken by a demon.
This would ideally be agreed to.
No, I'm too lawful, not just neutral, but that's enough to not give a soul of someone.
I go again.
You're talking to the paladin here.
Yeah, I'm talking to a paladin, but
necromancy for good purposes is it's legit, right?
No.
What?
What are our chances of smashing the demon or the devil? Or
that's another thing.
That could also work.
That would be option number one, because he is probably more than one contract, and we could save a shitload of people if we could take him out of the game. Does he have a successor in this contract? Is there someone who would, in absence of the demon, take his place.
In absence of the demon? Wait,
yeah.
I didn't hear the first part of that.
Let's say the demon dies. In that case, would there be someone else to take over the contract, or would the contract then be void?
If you were to deal with the demon in that way, the contract would probably be voided.
Yay. Okay.
All right. That's +1 for shivving.
So that's plan A. We kill the demon and put Harkwyn behind bars for doing something like that. Plan B is we don't deliver the soul, so the demon takes Harkwyn's soul.
Which means the Countess and Candace still get to enjoy being nobility, which is great.
Well, she will always be nobility because her mother is nobility.
That's true.
Right.
She's
not
safe.
ideal, but
honestly, that appeals to my sense of justice. I like that idea best, actually.
Yes. Well, it appeals to the sense of justice, but on the other hand, it is still it does still. Well, you know, here's another thing: is I have always been of the opinion that demonic bargains are kind of not much of an investment for the demon or devil involved, because, you know, if someone's willing to bargain their soul away to get something, chances are they pretty much lost their claim on it already. You know, that was what I always figured. You know, Lucifer would say, "Yeah, I don't bargain for souls, because if you're willing to, then it's mine already." And, you know, so that being the case, on the other hand, though, if it's a status thing among demons or devils, there'll be, like, you know,
it's the job.
Like if you take a course of action that results in your going to hell anyway, it's just a question of which being in hell gets hold of it.
That is a good question. I mean,
it is,
our souls went to one. Could we get the demon to, like, maybe trade 2 lesser souls for Candace's instead?
Whoa.
What
soul
like
should
a dog?
That, I don't know. Just randos.
It's a bad taste on my mind.
Random people from the street.
Okay.
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm just throwing around
or
ideas.
a rogue.
Maneuvering
If
anyone else into
if they are legitimately a currency. If they are a currency without specific.
That kind of thought leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. And let me tell you, I'm a half orc tribes. When you think about some of the stuff I've eaten, that's saying.
Okay, but the demon, by the way, didn't ask for Harkwyn's soul. He asked for an innocent daughter's soul.
True.
So that's
specifically mentioned that in the contract.
It's a good contract for the demon. It's just in case he doesn't deliver, like if he doesn't ever get a kid, then it's his soul. So in this case, also, let's remember how the demon collects the soul. There was this case with the box that tried to fall, that was pushed to fall on her. Yeah. So to collect the soul, she will be killed.
I have a suspicion, just a suspicion, that the attempt to kill her was an attempt to save her from what's waiting for her if the bargain goes through.
Oh. What does the text say about that? Is that possible?
Well,
is it possible, the text of the contract, does it say that this would be possible, that if she dies too soon, that her soul doesn't belong to the demon?
No.
Well, it's possible that would just count as failure to deliver.
Yeah. But
now there's more of an implication in the text that you see that the death would enable collection wherever and however.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever she dies, that's when collection happens. Oh.
Hmm.
Well, how far away is the time limit? It's like if she doesn't die by such and such a day, he'll just take the count instead.
On the time limit, the contract is kind of vague.
Well, then how does
okay?
How
in
does
what?
to deliver?
Oh, vague is good.
Yeah.
Vague is
No,
good.
Yeah,
no,
vague
it's not.
is good.
Not in this case. In this case, it's not good. In this case, we want a precise time for her to survive.
Well, it means we can. It means we can arrange any circumstance that meets the description.
But we don't want the description to happen.
Is there anything in the contract that indicates
If
that
she doesn't die by the time something or other happens.
Yeah, that's the question. Is there something like that? Is there a time limit? When is the contract not fulfilled by the count? What does the count need to do to fail his end of the bargain?
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably our best bet, depending upon how easy it is to kill a devil.
Mm-hmm.
In that particular case, the contract is kind of left open-ended.
Oh,
the way it's
that's
written,
bad.
Cribsel can collect whenever.
Oh,
Whenever.
so
can't
if
really make it fail, so that he
So
gets
it-
the.
wait a
So
minute.
here's the thing: if we try, we cannot simply try to create a breach of contract by not letting her die. I think
Yes.
that would be very unethical because that is no kind of life at all. If she just has to live in a room, she might as well just have.
Not only that, even if she dies of old age in the age of 97, then she will still be collected.
We don't really know what happens to the souls that are collected. So to my character, at least, her dying an early death is what needs to be avoided. Nothing else. Like I don't know what they do with the souls. It might just like be a marble that they toss around. Like I don't know. So I'm less worried about that than the fact that she's about to die, and that
the way it's worded, she could like become a priestess of the holy healer or whatever, and then live a long life, and then die at the age of 90. She'd still end up getting collected.
Right, but we don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. What I do know is that a 16-year-old dying is definitely a bad thing.
It's also a bad thing if she is collected in a marble. We don't want her in the hands of the devil either way because she didn't choose that fate.
Yes, and not only that, look, the devil must want her soul for something. That means it benefits from it, and we don't want devils to benefit.
Yeah.
I think
I don't really know enough about the cosmology of this setting to know that about devils, but okay.
Yeah, at least we know that they deal in souls of innocent children.
Yeah.
And that alone tells us they are not nice fellows.
My character is not cool with trafficking in any sapient creature, but
killing Crabapple or whatever the heck his name is
Crabapple.
Yeah,
I
killing Cribdeath or whatever. Yeah, killing him is, I think, is plan A.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what he was resistant to everything I can deliver, like fire and poison, and he was also resistant to ice in some ways.
We have
we find
war axe that we can use?
Yeah, magical war axe is probably a good bet. Let's see. What did I note? What did I write down?
You had some other things from your foray underground.
Yes.
Well, there is.
It sounds like I need to consult my list.
Rachel liked that description. The staff of the fancy uniqueness. No, the staff of the
there's
druid power staff.
There's also a dagger.
You had one of those.
And well, what else did I? Where did I write that stuff down? Not here.
Yeah, there was a dagger, a battle axe, and a quarterstaff.
Nice.
A quarterstaff. Really?
Now, that's in Sarya's hands currently. And she
Oh, yeah,
shows
I
no
remember
sign
this.
of letting go.
Yes, that
Sure
staff.
is.
The staff that was like
Disguised
man's
as a
rack.
hat rack, yeah.
The hat rack. Okay.
Just leaving the iron cap and feet there.
Are they magical?
No.
I'm taking them anyway. Be a good conversation piece.
Mm-hmm.
They go well as handouts with the story as a bard when you tell it. And then we found this magical quarterstaff, and all I have here are the original.
Now, I'll use it to put up a Christmas tree.
Oh. Christmas.
How big around
Or whatever we have in place of that in this world.
Yeah.
You could probably use them for shot glasses.
A Hogswatch tree.
Shot glass.
Festivus pole.
Right.
Okay. How can we kill that guy?
Yes. When we're celebrating nondescript winter holiday.
Yeah. Can we kill him by celebrating Christmas? I don't think so.
No.
No.
That would be
He'll
too
probably
easy.
get the idea to become Krampus.
Make the eggnog with like
ostrich eggs
or something. Yeah.
I
don't know how that works.
Cassowary are deadly.
So what's the weakness of the guy? What's the weakness?
I don't know how we could find it exactly. I have two ideas.
That would be an arcane roll, I think. Or maybe a check in the library.
No, we already checked in the library. And we found what he's resistant to.
I think
you haven't found any particular vulnerabilities, no.
Okay, but yeah, speak up, barbarian maiden.
We might be able to like lure it into trying to like make a deal with us, and then it's there, and then we can try to attack it. Maybe we have to try to, magically keep it from leaving somehow. Or
I know how we can bring him here.
Or
if we want.
Forget what my other idea was.
We can rip up this this contract. I bet that it wouldn't void it, but I bet it would bring the devil here to come look what's going on.
On the other hand, ripping it up would destroy any evidence we might need.
Yeah, we don't need evidence. We need this soul.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on if we want to expose him at all.
Yeah, we want to expose him, but
if we don't care about that, then we could maybe even rip it up or burn it, or possibly make a copy of it. Just an archival copy or something that might even attract candelabra attention.
Yeah, crabapple. I liked crabapple best of your names.
Creosote.
Well, I'm just thinking if I mangle his name often enough, it might irritate him, which maybe wouldn't be such a good thing, but still.
Oh yeah, and also maybe if the
way I see it, gonna go down in flames, aim for something big.
And maybe he would come if we say his name often enough. But we're not yet prepared.
Yeah, I don't think we're ready for that.
So,
John, what's your character's name again? I keep forgetting. I don't think I have it written down anywhere.
Sorry, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's Thagak. 2 G's.
Oh, that's right, Thagak. How is Thagak at playing a fiddle?
Well, fiddle. Oh, so we're gonna do a devil went down to Georgia thing, are we? No, my instruments are lute and bagpipes.
A bagpipe contest? Oh man, no one wins.
Yeah.
So how would we use our magical thingies here? What does that staff do? We did check it out.
Yeah. We got a little prophecy about its powers and how one of them will be revealed under certain
very specific circumstances, which appear in the previous video, which I'm probably going to stick an info card into this video for, and put a link up here somewhere. But that hasn't happened yet. That's a post-production thing.
So
suffice it to say, you're probably not activating that next power yet.
Right.
And yeah, I need to break very briefly and grab a tissue. I'll be right back.
Grab a tissue. And I'm going to look for my notes. I have a fair idea where they might be.
Here we go.
Well, now. So, for those of you watching at home, this is us staring at the screens. And oh boy, is it ever exciting. And he's back, that same guy. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry to say the next hour or so will consist of strange nasal noises and horrible fluids, but...
Yeah, horrible fluids.
Well, work them in the scenario.
Nobody wants that.
So...
Oh dear.
Trust me, I need no such dramatics.
Anyway, so
here I have it. When man and nature are harmonized, oh boy, that's going to take a while.
It might. Let's see. I know Coy and Emmy were distracted by something there.
It may have been a cat.
Let me see.
Well, I guess we should look into ways to trap.
When man and nature are harmonized in a place where each tried to use the other to its advantage, the next power will be revealed. So, man trying to use nature to his advantage, that one's easy enough to see. That's everywhere. But in a place where nature tried to use man to its advantage.
I mean,
good question.
Isn't that everywhere too?
No, not to its advantage. It says to outdo the other. So to be better than the other one.
Isn't that
what?
Just life though? Just constant, attempts to do the best it can?
Yes, but not in a not harmonized. I have no idea when it's harmonized in outdoing each other, what it even means.
I don't know about outdoing, trying to use the other to its advantage.
Use, okay.
So can I roll 2d20, take the best.
Man trying to use nature to his advantage, that's the obvious. Nature trying to use man to its advantage, that one's not so easy.
Maybe that's what devil deals are. Or are we talking about something else?
Well, devils aren't nature either.
I don't know that about this setting. They might be a natural function. I don't.
I can assure you they're not.
I don't think we know this about this, do we?
So,
maybe
well,
devils are the main
tribes being really useful in order to encourage a man to spread them around.
Well, it depends on.
Well, all I can think of is carnivorous animals trying to eat people.
Everything's got to eat. Maybe that's what devils. Maybe that's the function of soul deals. Maybe that's how they get fed. Maybe if a soul is not contracted and theoretically, at least in some sense, given or collected legally, it cannot be used as sustenance. So in that sense, it is then the natural function of souls and people who are willing to make such deals are being used, to nature's advantage.
If devils were nature, then they would live above ground within the nature, in the woods.
Well, rocks are still nature.
Yeah, and they are above ground, or they are all around us. But the devils just enter our plane. They are not from here. They are not nature.
Maybe a greenhouse.
Huh, maybe.
Oh, the greenhouse is a good idea.
Or any kind of domesticated beast, really. Could be said to benefit from its domestication.
It would specifically be something that mainly survives by being domesticated.
Which brings us back to gerbils.
Right. You see how it all ties together?
Yeah.
And then from downstairs, because this is kind of a small room with an open stairwell, you hear, souls aren't sustenance. They're trophies.
What? Wait, who said that?
Someone downstairs, apparently.
That would be acrostic.
So let's take a quick look. Who is down there? Well, let's.
Souls aren't sustenance; they're trophies.
Yeah.
So I sneak a peek downstairs to see who's standing there.
Well, there is one gaunt, well-dressed gentleman standing next to Iskaban Kudri, the personal assistant to Count Lavinnel.
Look at that. That's the one who ran, right? That's the one who got hit by Emmy or by...
hit by a few people, I believe.
Hit by Saria and then ran.
Well-dressed gentleman. Do we recognize him at all?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think we need to recognize him to know who exactly that is.
Does he look inhuman at all? Does he look inhuman or unnatural at all?
Oh, he looks pretty. He looks very human at the moment.
Okay,
maybe a little unnatural, maybe just slightly unnaturally thin.
Yeah, and we know
that man needs a sandwich. But
right, I say, I just sort of turn around and say, interesting.
That would be Mr. Crabapple.
Trophy. Yes, I see what you mean. Well, that's informative.
And the more innocent they are, the shinier they are.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Not my first choice for battle music.
Sorry.
Actually, that does sound like good battle music. I like it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there is a later adventure I have in mind where it would fit perfectly. So keep that on the playlist.
All right, then.
That sounds like a Wild West bar brawl or something.
That's being played on a shovel guitar.
A shovel guitar?
Yeah, someone converted a digging shovel into a guitar. Like, they put strings on it, so...
Why should axes have all the fun?
Really works battle music.
Okay, so he says that on the more innocent they are, the shinier they are. I say, that is interesting. That's
Well,
He's kind of a party crasher here, or Iskaban at least.
You're calling me the party crasher?
well, we did kind of invite ourselves.
Yes, you did.
Well, anyway, you let yourselves in. Let's talk.
No, I happen to know there's no other way out of there than down. We can talk.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, anyone want to chime in here?
Well, you are the one. You're the bard. Get the guy to give up his claim.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem likely.
Well, try it.
There's still a good reason to try, isn't there?
I assure you
Yeah.
it's not.
Yes, right.
Just give it a shot.
I wouldn't want to insult your intelligence by asking the obvious question, which is there any way we can convince you to, yeah, but okay, so I don't suppose.
Yeah, I'm not sure I really can at this point. I mean, the Count himself is going to make good on it.
Uh-huh.
What?
The Count has agreed to do the deed personally.
No, not only that. He just said the Count is on his way to deliver. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Uh-huh.
Was that your requirement, that he do it himself?
No, I would have been perfectly happy to claim the daughter's soul myself. You could see that in the text there.
Yes. So why is
But it has to be done. But it has to be done in certain ways. I was really hoping I could get the Count to void the contract on his own. But he's really been a trooper through this.
Oh.
You were hoping he would void and you could claim him, but he's putting forth the effort to make sure that the contract is fulfilled?
He's putting forth the effort to make sure the contract is fulfilled.
Oh, I see. I see.
This is wonderful information. Thank you.
Wait a minute. It just occurred to me. Yes, if innocent souls are shinier, it seems to me that the more corrupt a soul is, the more interesting it might be in other ways. If you're a connoisseur, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you would prefer the Count. We would prefer that as well. How can we make that happen?
Well, that's just an eventuality.
Can you
the daughter's the daughter really is the interesting one in the deal.
Uh-huh.
Why is that? Like you said before, innocent, shiny, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, it just occurs to me, the moment he starts to do the deed, if she realizes what he's doing, some of the shine might fall off right then.
Self-defense, I'm willing to take that risk. I really was hoping, though, that he would try to start breaking the contract himself. Then I could have gotten them both.
Oh.
Wait.
Like I said, though, he's been a real trooper.
In the event that he voids the contract, you get both of them? I thought you only get him.
Well, I'd get him, or I'd get his daughter, or, under certain circumstances, if I made her loss so painful that he would start to resist, I could have wangled them both.
Oh, I see.
Sufficient regret on his part.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
Oh, he intends to see this through. I am actually impressed.
Impressed.
Mm-hmm.
So you received no resistance. He didn't try to get out of it at all?
He has not. This has impressed me.
Fascinating. Usually they do, don't they? This is why you want to get them both, because usually they do resist it and give themselves up, and that's what they're promised all at once.
The BOGO would have been nice, but I will settle for just the daughter.
I see.
I will arm wrestle you for the daughter's soul.
What?
What?
She's indulging in bravado in order to try to...
Wow. That would be an epic story.
That would be epic.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Pity where I come from, stories are not so widely valued.
Mm.
Ah.
So at the moment, time is on my side.
So you are not up to... You will not take that offer.
No, I will not.
Uh-huh.
The problem is that we are determined that the girl should live.
Mm-hmm.
And we are becoming increasingly desperate in this endeavor. So
This is true too.
We mean to throw a spanner into your plans one way or another. You can help us and minimize that.
Why would I do that? As it stands, I'll get the count
save
at
the
the
bother
very...
of enduring possible harm to your person, mostly.
Sheer perversity?
Oh, or that. Or because it may earn you contacts down the line. The gratitude of such a diverse group.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Applicable gratitude.
Don't mix me up.
And like, I'm looking him right in the eyes and I'm just like, applicable gratitude.
Yeah, you're looking him right in the eye. Those aren't human eyes. Now that you're really looking close.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying, like, and I'm giving him this look that is kind of like, let's be real here. I kill a lot of people, so.
Yeah, no.
Or we could just fight. You can't collect if you're nothing, after all, and I'm sure you'd rather collect in the future than bank everything on this one bit of time.
I would discorporate. I wouldn't die. I'd still get the count.
You'd get the count and the count only. Well, that's
I
fine.
don't think he's gonna tell the truth.
I don't
Sage
think
whisper.
so either. But my character doesn't know that because my character is very straightforward and honest, and he never assumes anyone's lying because he's a dumb. Okay, so either way, if we are to save the girl, we need to move fast. So either need to fight this guy, or we need to try to go save Candace.
Is there a way? I'm trying to use arcane knowledge again to see if there is a way to prevent him from discorporating and
like a magic circle.
And just leaving. We want him dead, not discorporated. Ooh, that's good. 23.
Okay, it would take a good deal of... Unfortunately, it would take a good deal of research into the specific devil or demon in question to find any sort of true death.
Ouch.
You don't have that luxury.
Like, what about a binding?
I think that takes spells that you do not yet have access to.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought so. Damn it.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Koi is having his own adventure.
Uh-huh.
With any luck, Firstborn won't be involved in that one.
With any luck.
But back to this game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and respond in chat to them.
Okay, I wish I hadn't given that battle axe to Koi.
Aw.
Right.
Might be useful right about now.
Well, he's standing right next to you. You could just take it.
I'll borrow it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can kill this guy without significant knowledge, or at least binding him so he couldn't discoriate.
And we don't have the time.
And we don't have the time.
Because if
we go to try
Harkwyn,
to save her,
If Harkwyn is on his way to kill her right now,
Exactly.
he's probably 15 minutes away from her or something.
Where is she? Oh, wait. No, she's being guarded. Okay.
She's being guarded, but not against her father, probably.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to let anybody near her, so we don't have to worry about that.
They won't, but he can bluff and intimidate his way until he's getting there.
Especially the intimidation and pulling rank.
Yeah, rank as a
count.
count.
Work on the people at my temple? Like, is it likely to?
It might.
It might, yeah.
Then there's just his wife standing between him and his daughter, and I don't know if...
I bet she's not a match for him.
Yeah.
It's your move.
It's our move, indeed.
Okay, I'm typing something.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to contact my raven via...
You're too far underground.
I'm too far underground. I fear...
The distance limit is about 30 feet, I believe that was, or 30 yards. I thought it was 30 feet.
Yeah, that's right. Damn it. It's yards, I think, but either way, we are too deep down.
Well, 30 yards would be 90 feet. You're 30 feet down.
Really? Let's see. Where is all this mumbo jumbo written? Here it is.
Okay.
Pythagorean theorem, activate.
Something that I'm going to say in front of the demon.
Pardon? Yes.
But if it's okay to say it out loud, out of character, Dave, or would I have to say it out loud in front of the demon?
Well, it's not like the demon can read your mind.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is there was some way to sabotage the demon's side of the bargain, like undermine the Count's apparent nobility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, find the birth certificate or whatever and destroy it.
Well, that won't do it. We'd have to destroy him in society. Once people believe your account, what we'd have to do is destroy him socially.
Maybe plant evidence that it was forged.
Yeah, in that case.
Yeah.
Or just suggest at a significantly important event that it was forged. Really, that's all it would take.
Yeah.
100 feet. While a familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. But 90 feet below ground is... he's sitting on a tree.
Okay, you're only about 40 feet. No, you're about 30 feet underground. You're directly under the house.
Oh, in that case...
And he's out by the stone shed.
In that case, I can reach him.
No. He's saying we're not too far below him, but we're too far away from him distance-wise. Like we've traveled.
Is that right?
I think you're at the... Actually, I think you're at the outer limits of the range.
Mm-hmm. So, well, I'm just...
when you go and when you reach out to make contact, one of the first things you get from him is, "Rah! I'm a songbird." Rah!
What?
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to fit in. What's up?
Ah, okay. Okay. I'm thinking to him. You got me fooled there for a minute.
Yeah, you're the only one.
I'm thinking to him that the Count is on his way to kill his daughter.
That's bad.
And I'd like him to fly there and warn the Countess.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm trusting you. You will find a way, I'm sure. Good.
Mm-hmm. And so this time Acock goes completely out of range.
Mm-hmm. So that's it for the moment. Now to matters at hand.
Mm-hmm.
What does Emmy? Okay, I can't really say that.
Yeah, unfortunately, at this point, Emmy and Warren, Saria and Warren are kind of out of contention at this point, which is why I reduced the fight to just Cribsole and one of the Count's henchmen rather than the Count himself.
Oh.
Oh, the Count gets away.
Oh, it would be better if he was here. Then I wouldn't be so worried about his daughter.
Yeah,
I know, but that would require the full party of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I may be slipshod on some parts of this thing, but I do have a good grasp of the challenge ratings involved.
That's true. So probably we could take Cribshanks.
Cribshanks.
We could take Cribshanks in a fight, and the Count's henchman. That wouldn't ultimately save the daughter directly, but he'd still get the Count.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
Based on the information we have, unless he is being deceptive, but we can't work with that further.
But even if Emmy and Warren...
You also don't have this information just from Cribsole. You also have it from Argyle's interpretation and understanding of how devils work.
Okay, excellent.
So
what do we want to do?
It would give us a little bit of time to work on to work on getting Candace free from the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we have,
by, as I say, maybe undoing the demon's machinations that made the Count a Count.
Yeah, by the terms of the contract, he would still be on the hook for payment because
yeah, he would.
Yeah, the devil provided the means by which he would be recognized as a Count.
mm-hmm.
Right. But if we bring,
and he's had all these years of enjoying that benefit.
If we bring that recognition to nothing, though, it would mean the demon had failed ultimately to provide it.
No, it's still been provided for the last 30 years, though.
He did provide it.
17 years. 17 years.
18 years, but he provided it.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
someone else destroyed it, but he provided, so he would still be getting his reward. If I sell you a car and you wreck it, you still have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It won't undo the contract. I'm cool with the demon getting the Count. Like, fuck that guy, honestly. So,
yeah, but not the daughter. Okay,
Yeah.
either
exactly.
way. Either way, is the battle axe is here, right? So Warren is standing here, slack-jawed, but with the axe. So,
well, he's taking a lot of extra. He and Saria are taking a lot of extra time to recover in this short rest, which has gone on for about an hour and a half. Yeah,
yeah. But the battle axe is here, so that means Tess could just grab it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I may have to draw the line at the quarterstaff, though. Saria giving that up seems unlikely.
It is. Also, we wouldn't know how to use it. It's surely It's clearly a druid thing.
The battle axe is a little bit more interchangeable.
So I'm imagining Warren really being out of it thanks to that rest, and Saria curled up in the corner with her quarterstaff saying, "Precious."
Okay.
Right.
Let's rock it
on.
I think I'm going to, because I have really nothing to bring to the fight against the devil. But that little smug face standing right beside him is really getting on my nerves all the time. Iskaban is the name. I think I'm going to douse Iskaban in a bit of, what's it called? Poison spray.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to be so cheeky.
Well, let's kick this combat off. Roll to hit.
So I don't need to roll to hit. I just make the poison spray, and this Iskaban needs to make a save
on Constitution, I believe.
A Constitution save. Yes, exactly.
And the target number on the save is 12, is it?
That's a good question.
It should be on your sheet.
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And what is the effect if he makes the save? 1/2 damage or negated?
Pardon. As far as I know, it would be negated, but let me see for a moment. Poison.
I'm looking it up as well. Let's see. Succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. That makes it looks like a save negates.
Yes, I think so.
Which, in this case, he did. Sorry.
Damn.
So, okay. Those participating, roll initiative.
Sure, why not?
Uh-oh.
Let me see. Oh, well, I rolled a 19. And what do I add to that again?
I believe it's going to be your dex modifier.
My dex
modifier is...
where even is my character? Oh, yeah. It's in one
dex modifier is 1. So 20.
Can you link the character sheets for me, please?
And John's dropped out again. Oh, there he is.
So you had 20, right? So I have 11. But I'm not so important anyway. I'm just a bystander who kicked it all off. I pushed you all into the abyss, and now I'm standing there being useless.
Well, the document that has some of the basic stats in it is there.
D20, D&D, D&D 5e, Westgate Gateway PCs. So what was Tess's initiative?
Was 18.
And what is Saphir's initiative?
I haven't managed to.
Well, D20 plus 0 in that case.
Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. I don't.
Yeah, your dex is 10. So your initiative modifier is 0.
Oh, well then.
Just roll well.
It's good life advice. Roll well.
Yep.
How do I have such a shitty ass dex? Jesus.
Because
you put it all all of your stats are in
charisma.
strength and charisma.
Oh,
And you didn't want anything below 10.
So what did you get?
3.
Ooh.
Go me! I rolled so well, guys.
Okay, Saphir is tactical AF.
Tactical AF.
Tactical AF, yeah. So let's see. We shall start at 22. Cribsole looks up at the the handsomely dressed gentleman in the dark clothes, standing next to the guy who tried to poison Clouds. Looks up at you and says, "Okay, then we start with you." And he sort of launches into the air, morphs into a pile of snakes, and somehow misses Argyle's hand badly.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Misses.
Vampire or something.
The snake vampire.
So
snake pile.
So where you had a thin gentleman, you now have a fat man-shaped pile of writhing snakes, writhing and hissing.
True face, basically.
Truer, anyway. Now, Thagak.
Okay, well, I draw my sword and dagger, and I use my let's see. Let me see. I also am going to use well, let me see. I don't. Okay, bonus action is if somebody attacks me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to use my okay, I'm just going to I draw a sword and dagger, and I take a blow at well, I think the snakes are the ones that are more dangerous now.
They're certainly more wriggly. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah. Okay, so I roll and I get a wait, no. Oh yes, +2 to attack bonus. So yes, so you roll and get well, it comes to 15.
Comes to a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just manages to hit.
Okay, so D8 +2.
Mm-hmm.
5.
It's still a hit.
Yeah.
Now we come down to Tess.
All right. I will rage, and then using the temporarily unclaimed +1 battle axe that I had given to Boy's character, I will recklessly attack the snakes.
Right.
I will attempt to chop them up as much as I can.
Ah, yes. Choppity chop.
All right. So with the better of the two, I get 21 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And 10 damage with the magical battle axe.
With the magical battle axe. Mm-hmm. It certainly does a better. It certainly does a better job of hitting than the sword did.
Nice.
There we go. Let's see. Iskaban goes. And he's using a battle axe as well. And
Well, Iskaban is
popular.
downstairs, right?
Iskaban is downstairs, yeah. So he's going to have to kind of run up the stairs.
There are no,
Fortunately,
this was like something to climb. This wasn't an easy stair. The rest of the
you
guys
didn't have to make any climbing rolls to get up there.
didn't we? Okay.
No.
Okay. So running up the stairs.
And missing horribly.
Who did he attack?
He was coming after the other dangerous person at the front line. That would be Tess.
Oh,
Whoa.
he has advantage to attack because
he has advantage to attack.
Yeah.
Oh, well, put that way. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, bastard.
But I have resistance to damage, so
You have damage good thing, too, because before that resistance, 11 points.
All right, I will subtract 5 from my current hit points.
What a bastard.
Yeah, I don't. Esteban's gonna get it.
Argyle? The fight is definitely getting much closer to you.
Very much. The snakes were almost hitting me,
Mm-hmm.
and they made me remember
come
that I
back.
have a magical dagger.
Or you could just jump on a table and scream.
I'm
The
already
dagger might be
screaming
more
enough.
effective.
Yes.
Yeah, and everything in me says attack the bastard who just attacked Tess from the side out of
Mhm.
nowhere. But first of all, I have to take that ugly dagger and put it into the snake body.
Mm-hmm. Give it a try.
I give
Stab,
it
stab,
a
snakes.
try. Maybe I can do what is a bonus action? Can I do a bonus action and blast away at Iskaban also? No.
You're making 2
Oh.
attacks in a round that way, I think. Or is that...
So
Well,
If you
let's
have
see.
something that you can do as a bonus action and something that you can do as an action, then yeah, you can do both.
Yeah.
but
But I'm not sure you can attack with a bonus action. Or can
Some
you?
things are. It's more the exception than the rule, though.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's usually spells like if you are concentrating to maintain them, you can use a bonus action to.
Yeah, Firebolt
Attacking,
is an
yeah.
action. Poison Spray, I believe, is an action. Yeah.
Okay, so no. Okay. Then let me stick the snakes first.
Okay. And that roll is?
So that's I was always hoping I would never need to do that. So here attack bonus +2, no, +3 with the dagger. And the dexterity, right?
If it's a hand-to-hand weapon like this, it's strength.
It's strength.
Yeah, and I believe you're at +0 for that.
Yes, that's true. But isn't
+0 for
dagger...
strength, +1 for the dagger.
Oh yeah, but there are some weapons that are called what are they called? They have a special name when you can use either
Finesse.
Finesse. Isn't the dagger a finesse?
Dagger is a
weapon?
finesse weapon.
It is.
Ah, you
Yes.
can use dex with it then.
Then
And I
I'll
think
use
we'll give you a +1 or 2.
+1. So I have
Okay, so that'll
1,
give you +2 with the dagger.
2, and my bonus of 3, which makes 5.
Where is
So
that
that's-
bonus of 3 coming from?
I've written it here with attack bonus on my sheet. I don't exactly know where it comes from. I just have it here. Does it sound unrealistic?
Well, I thought does kinda.
Does kinda. Okay. Why did I write that here? It might be weapon of proficiency plus the dexterity bonus. That would be the.
Let's see. So you're proficient with a dagger.
Yes.
Okay, you can get a +4 out of it.
Then
Two
it's
for
4.
two for proficiency, 1 for dex, 1 for dagger.
All right, that explains everything. Okay, 4
Okay,
then. 4 and sadly only a 9. That makes 13. I have a bad feeling about that number.
Bad feeling about that number, and you were going for the snakes.
Yes.
And
snakes?
You just missed.
Just missed. I thought so.
Not by a whole lot, but by enough. And so we
Okay.
come to Saphir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
You got Iskaban going after Tess. You got Tess and Argyle and Thagak going after Cribsol.
Actually, I just looked up bonus actions again. As long as it isn't something that specifically says I can only do it at certain times, I can take a bonus action at any time during my turn.
Okay.
But it's not my turn right now, so I can't do it now.
Okay, but so
what does that mean? I can take a bonus action.
Okay, well, basically, if your class abilities or something gives you something you can do as a bonus action, then you can do it unless it specifies when you can do it. You can do it anytime during
your turn, before or after the main action.
Right.
Okay.
So, for example, I didn't realize at a time while I was drawing my swords and taking a strike at the mass of snakes, I could have handed somebody one of my inspirations, which would give them the ability to a one-time use of a D6, which they could roll to add to their attack roll or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think they'll get the opportunity this next round.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't do it now because it's not my turn.
Okay. First, Saphir might want to make an attack.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Let's do that.
Yeah, Esteban. I'm gonna smash his head in.
Yes.
Are you using your?
Yeah, I'll do what James suggests.
Oh.
I want to do a sacred weapon, channel divinity into my halberd, and then I'm gonna attack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's why I double check to make sure that's a bonus action. I don't remember.
He knows how to play my characters better than I do usually, at least for combat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sacred weapon is an action. So that's stupid.
Did I still do it though?
You can do it, but then you wouldn't be attacking until your next turn.
Yeah, but
you'd be setting up the attack for the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I want to move into place.
You're creating advantage.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, you're giving yourself. Where did I highlight this? I think +3. Yeah, to your attack rolls, and it becomes magical. So that's a good thing to attack with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna channel divinity into my
halberd.
Sweet ass halberd.
Pole arm.
That's the name. It's the sweet ass halberd.
Oh yes.
The sweet ass halberd.
Thank you for saying that. I was seconds away.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to know how people use the ass halberd. Rachel likes that
presumably
too.
Expanding divisions where they naturally occur. So back to the top of the order. That'd be Cribsol again, who I think is going to make another attack on Argyle.
Oh no! Please don't.
My dice like you today.
Oh, or it's because I'm so. Please don't, and I make moves that he didn't expect. He thought I was a brave fighter.
I'm pretty sure were we playing in person, my dice would laugh at the not the face defense, but in this particular case, it seems to be working. Because that is the third 3 I've rolled.
Oh.
Actually, 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's having its Cribsol is having its troubles getting close to you to start doing stuff.
To find his rhythm.
Yes. Thagak, let's see if you find your rhythm first.
Okay.
He's a bard.
I'm
That's
going to take another slash at Cribsol. And let me see. I think Argyle is most in need of an inspiration here right now.
Okay, so
he's the one that's in more trouble. So yes, I'm using a bonus action to give him an inspiration.
On your next action, Argyle, you get to add 1d6 to your attack roll, it sounds like.
Actually, you decide. It's a one-use thing, which you can do pretty much at any time in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Could be used for any action.
Yeah.
But I think it's going into an attack.
For not dying.
And for Thagak's actual attack?
Oh, yes, for Thagak's actual attack.
Yeah, can't forget that.
Okay, I got a 14.
That will just miss Cribsol.
All right.
Now we're back around to Tess.
Tess will continue to...
This is her second round of raging.
Yep. Will continue to recklessly attack Cribsol with +1 battle axe. Gross. That's a miss.
What is it?
My best one is like a 12.
Yeah, that won't do it.
Shucks.
Iskaban gets a swing at Tess. Well, at least it wasn't a 3. It was a 4. So Iskaban is trying to swing an axe up there and having trouble getting in there because while Saphir hasn't exactly... Yeah, Saphir was probably... No. Iskaban was probably taken a bit by surprise by Saphir's halberd suddenly lighting up.
It is fucking glorious.
A fucking glorious halberd.
Oh, yeah. Although it does show my hand a little bit, which is too bad.
Just a bit.
So shiny.
Sometimes I think you just want to show your hand. So Iskaban failed. Argyle. Cribsol sure seems focused on you.
It does.
Well, saving throws are not necessarily defense. Well,
What?
Wait a second. We have. So I have this magical dagger with me, and there's also still this book with this contract. Is it theoretically possible that I could avoid the contract by putting a magical dagger in it, where the signage is?
okay, I want you to make... Okay, this will be a bonus action to try to remember properly.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me an arcane roll.
An arcane roll, and that's a pretty good arcane roll with 16 plus 5. That's 21.
That's a very good roll. It won't void the contract. Keep attacking.
Oh, damn it. Oh, okay. Okay.
No, we
yeah,
can't
then
spread the contract away.
then I'm sticking it to the man. Or to the snake.
The snakes. Yeah.
Ooh.
You can't see how they're joined, but they work in amazing concert. And I'm guessing it wasn't a good roll to attack?
It was an 11. I'm still trying to add things. 11 and 4 was it?
I think, yeah.
So
that was 4.
15.
So 15. That will hit.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, you don't have to decide whether to use the inspiration until after you roll the d20 to see what number you got.
Okay.
So if you'd only gotten a 13, it might well have been worth it.
Oh, yeah. I know a 14 won't hit him, a 15 will.
Yep.
It was a 15, so
It was a 15.
hit. That means
Inspiration saved.
Inspiration saved. I'm going to need it also for
Roll some
probably
dagger damage.
for defense. Dagger damage. Ooh, dagger. Ooh, what kind of nothing weapon is that?
I believe it's
there's
a 1d6.
I have written here 1d4 plus 1.
On a dagger? Maybe it
Yes.
is 1d4.
1d4, yeah.
One of the
Dagger,
few
1d4 piercing, yeah.
Yeah, and I have plus 1 for the dexterity because of the finesse.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have one more plus 1
I think
for
you're
the...
going to get a +1 for the +1 of the dagger, too. So that's 1d4 plus 2 damage.
And that makes it 4.
Well, every
Still
little
about-
bit hurts.
Every little bit, yeah. Mm-hmm. And we come around to Saphir again. You now have a glorious-ass halberd.
Yay.
All right,
A fucking glorious-ass halberd.
You're going to, if you're going to attack with that, you can add 8 to your d20. It's, let's see, 3 for strength, 2 for proficiency, 3 for your charisma mod because you're using sacred weapon. And
A glorious-ass No, actually, no. The permutations are getting out of hand there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you roll a 7 or better, you're attacking. Well, actually, that would be if you're attacking Cribsol. If you're attacking,
If you're attacking Iskaban,
I don't know.
I'm attacking Esteban. I'm trying to take him out. I'm gonna smash his head in. I rolled an 11.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be a 19.
Sweet.
Wow.
That sounds like a good result. Roll some
Yeah.
damage for me.
All right, that's a
1d10
D10
plus
for.
5.
It's still D10 for.
Yeah.
Plus the strength bonus.
Oh, what's
And
my
plus-
strength bonus?
And
I
plus 2
believe it's a
for your
+3.
fighting style.
So that is a 1d10 plus 5 damaged.
I rolled the wrong die. I rolled a D8, and I'm like, "Aw."
Let's try it again. Once more.
So I rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm. Plus 5 is 13.
Plus 5 is 13.
13.
Do I roll
and
another
over.
die too for the bonus?
No, the bonus is a flat. Well,
Oh, okay.
you have
Okay.
a flat +3 to your attack roll for
Alright.
sacred weapon, and your fighting style is +2.
All right, sweet. So I don't have to roll any other dice. Cool.
Not unless you crit.
I did not crit that
It's
day.
recommended if you can.
Oh, yes. I'll have to work on that.
Critting with a halberd as an orc would be really badass. That'd be 3d10 plus 5.
You ever crit, kid? Don't start. Me, I'm hooked. Let's see.
Can't stop.
And we're back around to the top, and Cribsol again. You
Ouch.
did a little mischief to Iskaban there, Saphir, and Cribsol has not been having good luck, except I think a 16 will hit Argyle.
Let's see if I can duck behind the contract to make him hit the contract. So that is a defense roll, and that would be. Oh no, there is no defense roll. Is there a defense roll? No, there is no.
No, there
defense.
isn't. It's got a 16 to hit you.
Yes, and there's an armor class. That's what it is.
That was the
And
armor class, yeah, and you have 12.
I have only a 12, so he hits me. Damn
So he
it!
hit you.
Oh
We
wait,
start-
can I use the inspiration to?
No, you can
No,
only add
not
it
in this
to
case.
No.
Not
On
in this
saving
case. Okay.
throw.
All right.
the other hand, if his bite is venomous, you could probably use it on the saving throw.
Okay.
Right. Well, let's take this one step at a time.
Mhm.
That is 7 points to wrap around your arm and constrict.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
7.
7 points for that. And once it has a foothold there, it can bite.
Ooh,
This
as a
seems
bonus
really bad.
action. As a bonus action or a next round?
Probably as a bonus action.
kind of a bonus action as a result of getting a hit with the constrict. And that is another 6 points.
6.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yikes.
And now I'm going to need a Constitution save.
A Constitution save.
This might be the time to
This might be the time to use the inspiration, but that's after you see what you've rolled.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
And plus my Constitution bonus of 2 makes it an 11.
Yeah, that would not be enough for a save versus the poison, and this poison is...
You may want to add that bonus die.
Let's add that bonus die. That's a d6, right?
That is a d6.
That's a 5. What did I have? 11, right?
You had 11. That brings you up to 16.
16.
Which does resist.
Yay.
You do not take extra damage from poison. You feel a little woozy for a moment, but that passes.
Okay, so I take the 6.
You have a serpentine devil wrapped around your arm and squeezing.
Well,
what can
in
I do
easy
with,
biting distance.
what can I do with a serpentine devil?
You can make a hat or a brooch. No, sorry.
I don't want
Stop,
it
drop, and
there.
roll.
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't want it there.
Yeah.
Although there are worse places to have one.
Oh,
We
boy.
come around to Thagak.
Okay. What I'm going to do now, let me see. The central mass of it is just a big bunch of writhing snakes.
Yes.
Right? Big tangle of snakes. It's not like there's a central body or anything.
Not that you can tell.
Right. But you know what? If I grab the particular snake that's wrapped around his arm and take a slash at it with the sword, I don't know if that'd be any more likely to do anything than just stabbing the central mass. Now,
I'm not going to be that precise with the distinction. Just go ahead and roll down. Just go ahead and roll to hit.
Right. Okay. And I get oh boy. Okay, that's only 10.
That's not enough to hit in this case.
No, it's not. Go.
So
Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Stop it! Stop it!
Tess?
All right. I am going to try to use brute strength to tear off the snake. Because guess what? I'm raging and have advantage on strength checks. So I'm going to give that a try.
This could be very good news for Argyle.
I'm hoping. Ooh, okay. Actually, would this be an athletics check, or is it just straight strength?
I'm going to call
this. I guess it depends upon what it's
resisting
with.
Well, I'll call it an athletics check because this way, it's not quite just strength. You're essentially wrestling a snake off of Argyle.
Fair enough. Okay, then I have a 19.
You have a 19.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, you can get the mass of snakes off of Argyle.
Okay.
And Argyle does look a mess due to the encounter. So that definitely frees him up. So he's going to have
the counts guy and throw him on the snakes.
Oh, that's a good idea. But I can't do that because I just took my action.
Yeah, it's also Iskaban's turn. And he's going to take that battle axe he's got.
Use the snakes as a shield.
Snake shield, nice.
Kind of a squirmy shield.
Actually, come to think of it, he has advantage when attacking Tess, doesn't he?
Not right now, because I didn't recklessly attack.
Oh, okay. So actually, just use the first roll,
Yes.
which is a 14 and will not beat her armor class. Actually, wait a minute. No. That would be a 17 total, which I think still misses.
Still misses.
Still misses. Yeah.
All right.
But it was close. Argyle, I think you're down a few hit points at this point.
Argyle, freshly desnaked.
Freshly desnaked and also down a few hit points.
More than a
that
few,
could
I
be
would
the
think.
moment.
More than a few, I would think.
Yeah, a couple, almost too many.
Maybe fall back a bit.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot close, at that whoever. What's the name? Iskaban.
Yeah, you're gonna, I guess,
at
fire something.
Point blank range with a firebolt right to the face. Let's see.
Trying to find a recipe for fire that can be fitted nasally.
Yeah, so, and I shoot with 18.
Oh, that'll hit.
That's pretty good. Right to the
Does
face.
1d10, I believe.
Yes, 1d10.
The verbal and somatic components for that are...
that should give him singed eyebrows, and I rolled a 7.
Well, singed eyebrows might be very stylish. You know, it'll be all the rage.
Smoky tips.
Yeah, he's still up, though.
Yeah, but I hope it's all the rage in hell.
And we come around to Saphir again.
Nice.
Tess is snake wrestling, and Iskaban has smoky eyebrows.
I hope smoked eyebrows are all the rage in hell.
Wait a sec. What did you just say? Say that again.
Smoky eyebrows are all the rage in hell. That's what
Iskaban has smoky eyebrows.
Iskaban, yes, he got a firebolt to the face, so he has singed eyebrows.
I'm gonna keep trying to smash his face in.
Alrighty.
Wow, people don't like Iskaban's face for some reason. Roll to hit.
It's a great target.
Nobody likes traitors.
There's something about being intentionally complicit in a child being sold out. That's makes this paladin
kind of a hot button, I imagine. Yeah.
Okay, I like my character's not against death. Death should come for everyone, and it should come at the proper time and place. Sometimes that time and place is at my hands, like now.
Yeah. Devil induced, not a proper time or place.
Exactly.
So roll to hit.
All right.
Make Iskaban feel it.
Come on, crit.
I did not crit. I got a 13.
Let's see. +6, I believe you were doing.
Yeah.
That still puts you well into hit range. Roll some damage for me.
5 + 3.
Well, it's +5, so I guess. Oh, did you roll a 3 on the D10?
Yeah. No, 5. I rolled a 5.
Oh, then it's 10 damage.
Yeah.
Cool. Because you're,
Yeah, he's starting to hurt, but he's still up.
Right.
Okay, and we come back around to Cribsol again, who, being faced with Tess, who's just wrestled him off an appealing target. One of the snakes says, "Okay, then we'll start with you." Let's see. That is an 18 to hit.
Oh, that will.
Pardon me. That is a 20 to hit. Not a natural.
Still will.
Yeah. So it wraps around various parts of you for 9 points of constriction.
Ow.
And once it has a foothold, or constrict hold, whatever the term would be. Ooh. 15. It doesn't manage to bite you, though.
Oh, good.
But it's in a good position to do so.
I wonder if it's in a good position to chop.
If it starts to hurt, stop digging with the axe.
Oh,
We're down.
That's me.
We're around to Thagak again.
Oh, Well, here I am. Let's see.
Big as Ugg and twice as lively.
I think the snake is poisonous. The other guy's got a battle axe, but it's not poisoned. So another big slash on the
Going after the snakes again.
Yep.
Can I help?
Going in the
Can
snake.
I lean into
Well,
the
right. Well,
attack?
In a moment. In a moment.
We need to send that thing back to hell because we don't want snakes on this plane.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus. God damn it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, I think I pretty much deserve to miss that badly.
What'd you get?
7.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, but I think you should get inspiration for the one-liner.
I feel like I should be able to fall to the ground and just pin the snakes where they are so people can hack at them.
You'd have to be on top of them at the time. That make hacking at them
They're
kind of
wrapped
difficult.
around me.
Well, yeah.
That is a thing.
Which reminds me, it's your attack.
Hmm.
Now the snakes are in a good position to attack. You have advantage on them.
Oh,
But
do I? Well, I guess that means I don't have to recklessly attack.
yeah,
Still,
you can't get multiple advantage. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Still, I don't have resistance to poison damage, so I think I'm going to try to.
And you've taken a bit of a squeeze already, I believe.
A little bit. I'm still doing good.
Okay.
But I don't want to give it too many more opportunities to poison me. So I will athletically, I guess. Actually,
peel the
what
snakes
was it?
off again?
A strength check, or
It was an athletics check before.
Okay, then I will repeat that
Mm-hmm.
with my advantage because I'm super mad. Oh, that's an 18. Okay, plus 22.
Plus various stuff. You have the snakes off again.
Snake party streamers.
Yep. Ishkavan misses at Tess again.
I must feel
Because
really
of the
bad
smoke.
about myself.
Yeah, and he's about to change targets, I think. Argyle.
Argyle, before he changes targets, I think I'll repeat that shot to his face. Oh, that's really good. 17 rolled plus 5 is 22 to the face.
Oh, that's a hit, all right.
That's a
Right
hit,
up the
all
nose.
right. No, that's a 6. No, there's nothing to add, right? That's
Nothing
just
to add that.
just a 6. 6 to the face.
Mm-hmm.
Kaboom.
Oh, yeah, he's feeling that now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Saphir.
Saphir lop his head off.
Do it.
He's trying. He's trying.
Ooh.
Come on, critical hit. It's going to be glorious.
You got it.
He's
Well, he just-
reeling.
Ah! I just dropped my die. Yeah. Shit. I was gonna show you with the webcam. Damn it. Yeah.
Say it.
I critted.
Oh.
And then I dropped my die and it went under my desk.
You did?
I did.
You
Holy
did roll a
crap.
20.
And then I was so excited I grabbed it and threw it.
Wow. Well, It's-
No. Where's my die?
And
Oh,
also,
good
your
time to be an
camera
orc.
is off, so you couldn't have showed us anyway.
Well, yeah, I would have took that. For damage, I rolled an 8. Am I supposed to roll anything else?
you roll total 3d10 plus 5 because you're.
Wait,
a
what?
orc.
3d10 plus 5?
Yeah, so if you already rolled 1d10, roll 2 more.
All right. Well, that one rolled an 8. This one rolled a 7. Jesus. And
Wait, so
this one rolled a 5. So 8, 7, 5.
875 plus 5
Plus 5
is 25 points of damage, by my reckoning.
Wow. Hope he's not first level that you're attacking.
Oh boy.
Well, he's been up this long.
Watch me roll 1s for the rest of the battle, guys.
Parts of him fall down the stairs again.
So what happens, David? Do I lop his head off?
Is his rib cage intact?
Oh, he is very badly wounded at this point.
What? I didn't kill him?
You didn't kill him.
Wow.
The flesh wound.
Tough MF.
Does he have both arms?
Oh, he is definitely bloodied.
Wait, can I have cut off one of his arms at least?
Yeah, I hadn't really
I want
intended.
something extreme to happen. I want something cool to happen. Like either he has a sword sticking through him, or I lopped off one of his arms or one of his legs or something like that. Something cool.
Unscheduled appendectomy.
Yeah, I just want to cut off one of his arms. And maybe I'll keep it.
Just.
Yeah, or his hand. I want to like cut off his arm.
A shot like that, I'll give you part of his nose.
Whoa, that's cool. That's
Yikes.
also the face, yeah.
All right, so I
His
fucked
eyebrows.
up I fucked up his face really bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's okay. I guess.
Burned and denosed.
Yeah. So the nose is kind of singed. It's
Kind of.
not the best.
No.
souvenir you
I
can
got
have,
his
but
face. His face is fucked up.
yeah.
It's fucked up.
He's not going to win any contests soon.
Yeah. Like there's
Okay.
bone.
Crib
And
Soul
his
fails
eyeballs
to
hanging
re-grab.
out.
Yeah,
Well,
Crib Soul fails to re-grab Tess. So we come around to Thagak.
Sagak, go.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Chances are he's got a high wisdom, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm casting Vicious Mockery.
Ooh,
He makes a wisdom saving throw.
very good.
That's a good one for tough enemies.
Very good.
And what are you saying?
Oh, well, I'm just something or other about, you know, why don't you find a rotten apple to infest? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, something about how we don't want any goddamn snakes on our goddamn prime material plane. But I've already done that joke, so never mind.
Well, he didn't hear it though. It was out of character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, if he makes a string of insults anyway, yeah, just sort of, you ever have any trouble, say, so which head is in charge, or, can you even keep track of them? And stuff like that.
As unlikely as it is, roll 1d4 damage.
1d4 damage. Okay.
Mhm.
That's 4. And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of its next turn.
Right. Tess?
All right. I'm going to go chop at our good friend Cribsoul in a reckless manner.
You are making this one reckless.
Yep. Well, since I'm
Okay.
attacking again
Right.
versus just performing feats of brute strength.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both 3s, so those don't really hit under any circumstances.
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
A reckless whiff.
Let's see. Iskaban is going to take a shot at Saphir. That hits. Not a critical. Still does 9 points.
That's really bad guy.
Down to 26 out of 35.
Yep. And we come to Argyle again.
I shudder to imagine how many hours someone would have to stick daggers into that guy until he falls. Being as it is, it's getting kind of lame if I shoot again, right? But it's not so imaginative. But for one last time, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at him. Best I'm targeting center mass because, yeah, that's how I learned it at school.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So that's 17. 17.
17 will hit. Which is this on? Which one was this at? Iskaban or
Iskaban.
Iskaban?
Yes.
Okay.
Not Cripsnall because it's just fire and he will laugh about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a 5 hit.
Okay, 5 more points to Iskaban.
Yes.
Who you really think ought to be down by now, but is breathing heavily.
But it's especially hard to kill.
Oh, he gets off on it.
Ew. The fear.
You knew someone was going to go there.
With this group, practically guaranteed.
I was actually going to go he ate too much of the buffet route and was breathing heavily. But
okay. Saphir, you can probably take Cribsel down with the next hit.
Ooh. Or Iskaban?
I mean Iskaban.
Iskaban.
No takebacks.
God damn it. Yeah, but now I have to use my less ideal die, and I'm sad.
Whoa.
Like,
what about the other die? Didn't you find it?
Rolled away. I can't find it. It rolled away.
Ooh.
Wow.
18.
That's still a hit.
That's good.
Let's see, and that is 1d10 plus 5, or one. How much is that?
Yeah.
1d10 plus 5?
Yeah, for the halberd.
10.
Before or after modifier?
Before. I rolled a 10.
15.
You rolled a 10. Oh.
A 15.
Okay,
15.
that will definitely take Iskaban out.
Awesome, I killed him. I fucked up his face in and killed him. Good.
Finally.
Okay, guy.
Now you only have one real piece of opposition down here.
Yeah, the goddamn.
That's the piece de resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we are back to the top of the order, where Cribsol, he's still feeling a little confident that he can at least slow the crew down. Let's see. He is going to attack this time at Saphir.
Whoa.
A modified 22 will hit.
Yikes.
Yeah. Doing 10 points on the initial constrict.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Then there is the bite, which that's going to hit as well. Doing another 7 points.
Uh-oh.
And now I need a Constitution save from Saphir.
Your modifier on that is 1.
My modifier on con is 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I rolled a 14.
And 1 is 15.
Plus 1 is 15.
15.
You feel that sort of wave of nausea and revulsion
Yeah.
sort of wash into you and sort of pass over. You dodged another bullet.
Yay!
But now you've got a Cribsol on you.
Yeah, now you are the...
Yeah. 9 out of 35 hit points.
Carrier.
Well, that's fine because now he's on me, so I can grapple him and kill him so hard.
Okay, but first, Thagak.
Guess what? I'm casting Healing Word.
What?
On whom?
Well, who just got constricted and bitten?
No,
Well,
that's
yeah.
Saphir's
Well,
down.
actually, that would be Saphir.
There
That
you
would be, I think, Argyle. I think that would be Tess at one point.
I didn't get
Well,
bitten.
actually, who's most wounded? I think.
Saphir is down to 9 health.
Oh, Saphir. Yeah, definitely Saphir then.
And
Nine?
Saphir also has lay on hand, so we want to make sure that's still available.
Okay, it's let me see. Let me see. D4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
No, I think that's
Likely.
my
I think that's proficiency bonus plus charisma bonus on a bard.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so D4 plus 4.
D4 plus 4 hit points back for Saphir. Total
Okay,
being.
well, that comes to a total of 5.
Still.
That was a bad roll, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still,
15 is better than 19.
every little bit helps, the guy said when he spit in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. And now Tess.
All right. Well, oh man, I hate to keep pulling Cribsol off people, but it seems like it's kind of the best idea.
Kind of necessary.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again, and I will have my advantage for the duration of my range still for strength checks and athletics checks. That is 16. Really shouldn't use this clear one. It's really hard to read. But yeah, 16
Or
to
at least
try
get
to
a clear one with dark markings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clear on white is not really easy to read.
Not really. It's white on clear.
Or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes the white unclear.
Ooh, no, I liked it.
Anyway.
So does a 16 pull Cribsol off Saphir?
A 16 will pull Cribsol off Saphir.
He's got to be so pissed off right now.
He's
quick,
touring the
you can do
world.
a square knot.
Okay, so Azkaban. Oh, yeah.
Azkaban sort of rots a little bit.
We come to Argyle.
We can bring him to justice. He doesn't have to be dead. Just a little seared and denostrilled.
I think it might be time to take some of these heads. He has several heads, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a stab at one of those heads. Let's see if that does anything.
If anyone has any garden shears, now would be the time.
So, okay, I rolled a 6.
One garden tier. Are they plus 1 garden shears?
Masterwork.
That is a 20 all in all. So not a roll 20, but a 20 as a final result.
Still a hit. And that is a plus 1 dagger,
A hit.
I believe. So.
And now I'm rolling this D4, this infamous little one, for a 3, and I get 2 on top of that. That makes it 5.
That is a 5-pointer. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's almost my maximum damage.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of options with the D4.
No.
Next is Saphir. Currently, Cribsol isn't attached to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Just one of his heads is pinned to the floor.
Wait. Whose head is pinned to the floor?
One of Cribsol's heads is pinned to the floor with my dagger.
I feel like this is the perfect moment for a devastating suplex.
It would be.
Suplexing a snake.
Yeah. Obviously, what could be more fucking badass than suplexing an enormous snake and/or pile of snakes?
It's a big ball of snakes tangled up.
I suppose it's easier than a full Nelson.
This might be a
Well, if you
cool
fling
ring.
it one way, it'll spin around the dagger counterclockwise.
If
Well, the point
okay.
is, I want to use my body to do harm to this thing. Or, well, I guess I should use my form, but
Or if you use your halberd and use a divine smite, you can spend some spell slots to deal radiant damage.
okay, I'll do that.
Radiant
Be all
damage.
creative here, but I guess not. Never mind. All right, I rolled a 12. Does that hit?
Now let's see. You rolled a 12, but you get some bonuses to hit, don't you?
Get a boatload of bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, I rolled a 12 and I get a lot of bonuses.
So
So,
that's
That brings you up to
20
an
to hit.
18 or 20. Okay,
Yeah,
that'll still
because
hit,
of the
yeah.
all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
All the stuff.
Sacred weapon.
So now I need to roll 1d10 damage.
It's 1d10 plus 5 for the halberd, and then for divine smite, if you use a first level spell slot, it's 2d8 and then additional 1d8 if he counts as a fiend, and I think he does.
Yeah,
So-
he does.
So
So
it
I
could
rolled
be
2d8.
1d10 plus 5 plus 2d8 or 3d8.
Okay. I rolled a 6, so plus 5, that's 9. No, 6 plus 5 is
11.
11.
11. And
Plus
that's
3d8.
plus 3d8. On the d8, I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Mm-hmm. And
And one more d8.
Because he's a fiend.
Oh, another d8. 7.
okay, so 11 plus 10 plus 7.
If he has vulnerability to radiant damage, I guess he would take more, but I don't know if you care about that. It would be 17 radiant, so 11 magical piercing, and then 17.
That is a total of 28 damage.
Yes. Which is
Wow.
pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll mark off one of your spell slots there. Cool.
There was Argyle with his great hit with the dagger, and now he's standing there. Oh. Okay, then maybe. Well,
This giant bloom of light just appears.
maybe
as
I'll.
the snakes are
Okay.
stabbed.
Cribsole at this point does. Yeah, Cribsole at this point does look very bad.
Did he ever look good?
Yes, he did. When he came here, he looked like the perfect gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Emaciated, but well, he looked more like the gentleman from Buffy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a particularly well-designed horror, as I recall. But in the meantime, we're playing this game.
Mhm.
And in response to getting hit with that much damage in one shot, he says, you know what? Fine. I'll take what I can get. And he disappears.
Ooh. He disappears.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that means
Just a-
just the count.
Wait, what did he say?
I take what I can get.
God damn it, I really want to keep him from getting away.
I kind of wanted to use his teeth as a trophy.
But the teeth
Well-
are gone. Is he still there, or is he really gone?
The
Because
question, did we discorporate him, or has he just returned to the lower planes or whatever?
he just has gone. He didn't even say he went to the lower planes. I'm going to take this magical dagger and just try to.
Is he gone?
Is
Did he go
gone?
away? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're not hitting anything. Unless you're specifically striking at something that's there.
I'm just trying to trying to find if I get any resistance somewhere. If I.
Wildly
Well,
swinging
don't be
dagger
too
around.
enthusiastic. He'll get some of us.
You're not hitting anything.
Yeah, that's the typical vague GM answer. You're not hitting anything.
Now, if there were some way to know if something was invisible there, you might have a better idea.
Oh, sure.
Well, that reminds me of a story, but you know that story, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, it's no longer live.
Actually,
reminds me.
That was a reminder to someone else.
There's a paladin who has divine scent to see if there's any,
Right.
fiends within 60 feet.
Oh,
That's evil. Also,
that's
I
useful.
see invisibility.
There's
So
the one I was looking for.
Yes. You know what? I'll cast see invisibility. Look around.
Mm-hmm. And this particular occasion, you are not seeing anything invisible.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I sort of look around and say, if he was invisible, I'd see him, but I'm not seeing him. So.
And Saphir looking around with paladin sense.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Using your evil dog.
Yeah. You don't detect any particular evil around here. In fact, the contract on the table there, it's now inert.
Inert.
Well,
So he destroyed. He collected.
So it's no longer an open contract. It has been. It has the terms of the contract have been
Voided
fulfilled.
the contract, and we voided the contract, which probably means it invokes the penalty clause, but the contract itself is no longer active.
But how did we?
it may have been closed and completed.
Yeah, we actually don't know. We should go see.
Yeah, this is, you're probably going to be rushing above ground to see just what happened as a result of this. And I think that's where we pick up next week. Because, because we have gone way over here.
Yeah, we need to see if the kid's okay.
But we'll take care of all that, the denouement and exposition next week.
Okay, great. Great cliffhanger again.
I don't think it's the cliffhanger you think it is in this case. But, well, we'll see.